I feel like truly like regenerized in just regenerized, energized, re-energized from the last reading. It was so amazing. That was a great energy to tap into. Super excited. So we're going to kind of do the same format, I think. And this is going to be for Aquarius. Oh. Somebody open the minute. And let's see. It's going to be specific. And for you, interestingly enough, like if you check, I guess I'm going to draw this out. Like, I am not an artist. Well, I am. Well, you know, I just can't say that. This might suck. So if it's like a stick figure that's like in a recliner, okay, it kind of looks like. Can you see that? That's what it kind of looked like, but it didn't have a circular head. It was kind of more like a, but it gave me the impression of, okay, so let's do this again. I had to bring a Sharpie. That's cool. This came through. Oh, you know what? That might be some like sort of symbol or something. Oh, you know what that might be? I don't know anything about like what the stars for constellations actually look like, but can you see that? That looks like a constellation, doesn't it? Like it would be like a star here, 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 here. I don't know. Something like that. Can you see that? I feel like it goes like like something like that. And I can't really tell because I think the way I see the camera angle is like a mirror or something. Okay, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We will come back to that. Well, that was cool. See, already. Aquarius. All right. Incoming energies for Aquarius. So that's confirmation if you like stick figures. I love stick figures. Or um, constellations. Two more, please. Okay, that's more than two. All right. Very cool. Let's take a look at what we have here. So we have your current energy. Energy coming in. Oh, energy going out. Advice. Overall. Okay. All right. Aquarius. So, and we'll clarify all these. So, current energy. The Four of Coins. So, could be saving for something. Could be holding on to something, refusing to let go. This almost gives me like saving for college vibes for some. We'll see how it relates. Something to do with, you might also be, there's something about learning, teaching, there's something about information, possibly dissemination of information regarding finances. or you're keeping something to yourself that's important to you but not important to others. Huh. Okay. All right. The energy that is exiting. No, energy that is coming in. Energy that is coming in. We have the devil. Energy coming in. This is all like the whole, so how I kind of laid this out, right? This is all incoming energy already. You know how I feel about predictive, but incoming energy. This is the story, this is the narrative that's coming in. And what is coming out is the Eight of Swords. I love this. So, energy going out is that feeling of like being trapped in your thoughts. I like the grouping in this card. You have a grouping of 5 and a grouping of 3. So you've got like winning at all cost conflict, battle conflict, right? And then you have heartache. And I love that that energy is moving away from you at this time. And then you have the Six of Wands as your advice or positive messages from spirit, that kind of stuff. Some victory, homecoming, triumph over adversity, maybe the devil, hopefully. And then combination for you have the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Coins, and the Five of Cups. Oh, and you know what? This is the deck that has that odd black angel over the right shoulder of this like Pope here. What's interesting about this Five of Cups is the cups that are spilled, right, are the 2 and not the 3. The 3 are still standing, which I always thought was really interesting in this deck. I feel like you felt like you had for some reason I'm getting like a divine calling, like divine calling that was supposed to stabilize your reality, and it didn't work out, or you were disappointed with the outcome or disappointed with it's more like the action, like the process, disappointed with the with the with the Five of Cups and the 2 are the one being spilled. It might have been like you thought that there was going to be a partnership or something in this and there wasn't. Okay, so that's just preliminary, so let's go ahead and let's clarify. All right, let's do all right, what is going on with this Four of Coins? This current energy, 4 of Coins. Okay. We have the Hermit. This is a lot. The Three of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords again in the World. It's so interesting because the actual meaning of this card, right, is not coming through like the as heavy as the like pictorial description of it, or like my interpretation of the pictorial description. Okay, so to me, this Four of Coins, what is really standing out to me is like it feels, the way that it feels is that this main character is really whatever she's trying to convey here, she holds very dear to her heart. Like she cares greatly about it. She finds it of great importance. And in the back of the card, everybody else is like socializing in the marketplace. And to me, it gives this heavy energy of like, look, this is important. This will make a difference. This is like it's like that energy. How does that relate to the Four of Coins? This might be impressing like belief systems. I don't have the Hierophant here. There's a feeling of inflexibility with this card. And I don't know if it's coming from the marketplace in the back. Okay. And then we have that. We have the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles. And then like take a look. That's why I use so many different decks because there's so many pieces of, I'm just a very visual person. This feels to me like after doing the research, after taking the time and focusing on insert whatever there, like I'm coming to tell you that this is not that you need to listen to the information that I have. Before you make decisions, before you make plans, before you people in the marketplace, you do the thing, you need to listen to what I have to say. There's like It's like there's like a need to be it's like a very like rigid. Okay, and then with the Eight of Swords in the World here, it's like I, this doesn't have to continue the way that it's going. How do I say that? And how did I say it before? It was like being very like stuck in your like this is how it is, like a rigid belief system. This is how it is, and you're trying to like impose that, not just don't get your panties in a bunch. You know what I mean? Like trying to impose that you're like so steadfast in the belief that this knowledge that you have needs to be distributed, the knowledge that like others need to know about this or learn about this, or it is important. It's like being rigid in the belief that it is incredibly important, and it doesn't seem to be important to the people around you, but it's very important to you. Ah, which is why that is the energy exiting, right? Like, I found the solution to your jacked up headspace, right? I have the solution to you being all stuck. I have the way to fix it. I see what, after careful consideration, calculation, research, reflection, time alone, I have come up with the solution to the imprisonment here, imprisonment of the mind, right? I can close that out for you. I can fix it. You can fix it. You just need to, I'm getting almost like end of suffering. So whether it's like financial suffering, you've come up with something and you want to share it, but not like, I have an end to your suffering. It's not like, okay, I'm seeing like Jesus on a rock or on a cliff or something. Jesus on, it's like a big rock. Okay, anyway, like preaching or um, talking or doing Jesus stuff, you know, it's kind of like that, but you're not coming from like that. You're coming from kind of but I mean, like, you're an air sign. So sometimes when we want to convey information, it comes off snippy. And it's not that it's snippy, it's information into us we just have information that just oozes out of everywhere, right? So, okay. All right. And then, so that, I don't know if I told you, but the clarification, it's specifically clarification of like challenges that you might come up against as this new energy comes in. That might be why it seems so poignant, so direct, so ill received. Is like Spirit is bringing to your attention that that is the way that it's being perceived, or that's the energy that's um, causing that. If that makes sense. Clear as mud. Okay. Energy coming in your narrative is the devil. So, okay. We're going to do 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. We have the 5 of Pentacles. What did I say? To the Lovers. To the 7 of Wands. It kind of feels like I have a solution to what's been keeping you all locked up. So in this case, your challenge of your incoming, like, supportive energy. Okay, so let's take a look at that first. When is the devil coming in as supportive energy? When you need to free yourself from restrictions, right? When you need to embrace a more uninhibited choice. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles. This might be an incoming energy of just straight up manipulation. So you're so passionate about this information that you have for the betterment of, we're just going to say the marketplace. And just know the marketplace is like the planet, but it's more on like an earthly. It's not like a save your soul type of feeling. It's more like I have figured out a solution. I have the answer to your stress about your finances, financial situation, the cost of gasoline or like something like that, or come up with something. And this is going to help with poverty. This is going to help you save money. It's going to help you not lose your house. And then with the Lovers and the Seven of Wands, it feels like that you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice to stand up against what? And then that in itself is fear mongering, like what is the taking a stand against? What are we taking a stand against? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Magician. But the Magician under a devil's energy is an illusionist. Ooh, gives me matrixy vibes. I have a solution to get you out of your headspace and get you away from your stress. Your attitude of winning at all costs and your attitude of heartbreak. I have a way to get you out of it, to release you from the prison. The prison of your own making. And all you have to do, you're forced now to make a choice between not, okay, yeah, it's just you're forced to make a choice. It's not even, it's in between too, right? But it's not like you're saying that. But the fact that it's being presented in that way, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, 2222. Ooh, double master numbers, that's cool. It's either financially destitute. It's almost like you're saying, Aquarius, like you're sitting there and you're like pseudo preaching. This is important. You should listen. If you don't listen, like you're going to be forced between a rock and a hard place, which to me, I think it is. I think this message is about delivery. But you need to stand up to the man, stand up to the magician, stand up to the matrix, stand up to the whatever that means to you. Stand up against getting this weird feeling of government, but that's only because we're so immersed, like this energy is so grounded into our 3D reality as we know it. So when I think stand up against, I've been conditioned to who do we stand up against? We stand up against the man, right? Okay. So that might be my own personal energy that's intermingling with it. Could be policy creative, policy makers. Oh shit, that is government. Like, okay, well, whatever. I'm moving away from that. Okay, so incoming, outgoing energy is the Eight of Swords. Whatever your idea as it seems to be is correct because the outgoing energy is the Eight of Swords. You are getting rid of that. But let's clarify that, please. Outgoing energy of the Eight of Swords. Okay. Third. Oh, Libra had that card as well at the bottom. Okay. Outgoing energy with the Eight of Swords, please. Give me some info. What would be challenging that outgoing energy? Challenging the outgoing energy. Please, Spirit. What could possibly challenge Aquarius with this outgoing energy? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Two of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Not being able to see the opportunity. Being in conflict with yourself is going to possibly challenge this. Of not seeing how it's going to how it is going to take root, how it is going to implant. But That's an interesting word, implant. Okay, that is very much the same energetic um, trail signature. They branch, ooh, chills. They branch, these two energies branch from each other. It's like one feeds the other. It's like circulatory network. Something about implanting. And like, yeah, this Five of Wands too. Interesting artwork on the five. What this is telling me. Like you see all these characters here. So this is all internal conflict. It's not like Five of Swords. It's not like cut your head off type of conflict, right? It's just kind of, I always consider it the feeling of like sibling rivalry, like at the dinner table, and like all of those tiny humans are arguing about different points and different aspects of life all at the same time. And you're like, children, just eat. Like, it doesn't even matter. So what might prevent you from being able to release this Eight of Swords energy is the fact that you're juggling, which makes me feel like taking it too lightly, right? Oh, all of these characters are like crawling all over themselves to try to reach the light. And then with this implantation of an opportunity with implant, that's where I get that devil-like energy, like strong arming and brainwashing and like fear mongering, right? You get that idea. It's like the implantation of a seed of fear or doubt or like negativity. I don't I don't like this energy. Oh, okay. Well, like your outcome too, though, shows that it was not the way that you would hope. So why are we doing this? All right. So your advice is the Six of Wands. Can you give me three cards, please, or so for the advice? To clarify the Six of Wands, okay, we have Justice. We have Justice. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so your advice here, in order, I guess it's not even in order to. What is victorious in this scenario, right, is for you to slow your roll to a complete stop. Take a moment and think about what it is that you are saying with this Knight of Swords. If you come rushing in like this with that Aquarius energy, right? I love you, Aquarius. Totally love you. Um, there's something about the delivery of this message. Oh, I said that earlier. This Knight of Swords, he comes balls to the wall, barreling in with information he just has to tell you right now. And it's the truth. And you have this Knight in the reverse. So I think that speaks to both the action and the intention as well as the content. But to me, more than anything, it is the delivery of the message. Four of Swords, you gotta take a minute. Like, take a minute. This is unjust, unfair, unbalanced. You need to take a moment, a respite to gather like equilibrium before the delivery of this message or regarding the content of the message. It is the message itself. I'm struggling with the idea that anything would be presented to you as just wrong. You know, like that is not in alignment with what I believe the universe to be, because to me there is no right or wrong. Like it just is. It is your interpretation that nothing, I feel like nothing has value or lack of value until you assign it such. And your energy is showing me that you are fully invested in this idea or in this concept. And it is also this human's belief that if you have an idea, right? The only way for you to have an idea is if there is the polarity to it, meaning like I have something to give, that means somebody needs it. I have something to, like everything has to have, Abraham Hicks said it best, but there's both sides of the stick, right? There's the light, there's the dark. It's the duality, the polarity of everything is like, so I don't believe that it is your content. And like I said that in the beginning, I don't feel that I feel that it is the delivery of the message. Okay, so we're going to move on. And then, so ultimately we have the Ace of Cups, which is that like I said, divinely guided, right? That it was going to, oh, look at how synchronistic this is. Okay, so like you have this like super passionate, like brand new idea. The Suit of Wands for me, the human, it speaks a lot to like the spark of soul, like the soul spark. And I always think of Transformers when I think about it, right? Like the I'm in Florida and it is raining. It's like the divine spark, the soul spark, the essence, passion. Like this is where things come from, like fire. Like it's the fire, not only action, but I just think it's like just reminds me of spirit, fire. So this is a something you're super passionate about, right? It's like this is a great idea, concept, whatever, and it's going to really help out with building empires, Ten of Pentacles, stabilizing your finances, stabilizing your home, legacy. Like this will do it, right? And then you have this Five of Cups, and like I said before, like I thought it was, maybe you thought that there was going to be a partner or something there with you, and the partner didn't make it, but ultimately you have loss here. So the idea, the plan, the inspiration, the fiery inspiration, right, to make things better on the tangible plane, it just didn't work out that way. And you have regret, remorse, sadness, loss. Okay, let's get some clarification on that. Okay, so we use that, and then we need one more deck. We'll do some. Oh no, I have another deck out. Okay, clarify this last final outcome with the Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. Please, Spirit, for Aquarius. Okay, Ten of Pentacles again, Ace of Cups. You gotta figure it out, right? And the Knight of Cups. Feel free to tip your YouTube tarot reader. I'm kidding, I don't have a way to do that. Okay, Ten of Pentacles here, Ten of Pentacles there, right? We had that Ace, brand new, but it was Ace Passion, Ace Cups. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So your action here is, instead of charging in as the Knight of Swords, in that way, you need to refocus your idea to be one of heart-centered, of unconditional love, of the good, highest and best good of all as your intention. I heard intention earlier. I should have said it. It's your intention here. All you need to do is, I'm saying the butt of a pencil. All you need to do is just clean up your intention behind it, right? More heart-focused intention, and then the delivery of it as an extension of that overflowing cup. Got it? I know you're an air sign. I can only say that because I am too. All right, you got it? I feel like there's resistance to this. I feel your resistance. That's all that it is. It's just and it's also interesting, these two tens of pentacles, right? Even in the decks, even in the illustrations, look, can you feel through your visual perception, are you able to feel the energy difference between these two cards, right? So you have this example, which is what's going to come about, right? This example right here, they're all procuring. They're gathering knowledge. They're gathering pentacles, money. They're gathering, and they're all doing it independently. And then you have here this, where they are fully abundant. They are focused on family. They're not even worried about anything, right? They're not, look, they even have their pentacles hanging on the wall, just and look at those baskets. They have what's that? Cornucopia baskets. And then even the dog has a pentacle. And they're not worried about it. You have 4 generations there. Yeah, this has to do with heart-centered focus in delivery of your message and the intention behind it. Anything that's tainted with intentions that are less than, we'll just leave it there, lacking, intentions that are lacking, poisons poisons all of the water. Drink it up, Lord. Okay, that's all I have for you. I know that was kind of long for this message. Yeah. Get a big eraser. Just erase the intention portion of it and sit in the space for a minute with that, 4 of Swords, and just think about it and think, where does the intention come from? Apparently you have a good idea. Whatever your idea is here, whatever this belief is, whatever your idea is, it works. Both ends. You have success here. But one, you have success that actually is for the betterment of humankind. And then this one, you have success, but it causes further, I feel, the vibration of further division or misdirection of focus, which would be procurement, more, get, which if you have more, then basically what that means is you have lack. Whereas these other guys over here, those 4 generations, even the dog has some. Okay. I trust that this message finds the Aquarius that it is meant for. And that it is received in whatever way it needs to be received. Capricorn, Gemini, Sagittarius. Capricorn, Gemini, Sagittarius. Yeah, that energy, the dissemination of information that is with the wrong intention. With that devil, Sagittarius leads me to fire and Archer. It's like the delivery of communication. I know for you it's really super abstract. And then the Gemini, the other air sign. Okay. And then the duality portion of that as well. Yeah, that's without a doubt, 100% hands down says you're crazy, YouTube reader. That's what this message is. For sure. Both show. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe in every decision that you make here. Unconditional. And you are my unconditional love to you as well. And until next time, Aquarius, keep up with the ideas. You're doing great. And I mean that seriously. Till next time, take care of yourself.